that's the time you have to make that play. And if you don't, again, you buy it for the bulk of the day. And we did that at times today.
Coach, you're without 5 starters. You got some young guys playing, not to make excuses, but there's only one way the young guys are going to experience by playing. But is there going to be some growing?
I think we're finding that to be the case. I mean, you're 7 games into this thing, and you're right. We're not in the business of making excuses, but I think that kickoff there was 3 defensive starters out. We lost Damon early in the game, and at some point I think BB went out for a little bit. So that's opportunities for other guys. As you go into week 8, I would make the comment that we're running out of time in terms of being young. We got to, this is a work in progress. I think it always is, but it's time now for us to get our feet underneath us and perform better. And again, what you don't want to discount again is shutting the team out in the second half, which is difficult to do. And then 3 takeaways, which was exciting, and some guys that may have missed a play early in the game or at some point over the course of the season make a play today. So there's some obvious positives.
And when you look at this and you go, okay, we only did give up 14 points, but how do you kind of leave this game? I mean, how do you approach it as you?
Well, I think with the and I think I talked to you all before about this. We understand the standards at Ohio State, and when you don't meet those standards, you're disappointed. I think if you pull the defensive coaches and the defensive players, there's some level of disappointment. In some of the things that you mentioned, but also excited to be 7-0 talking to you right now. The conversation's a whole lot different if it wasn't. And guys made some plays in the second half to give us a chance to win the game. But no, I think going into week 8, it's time. And we keep saying it, and patience is run thin for us as coaches, and with all things, you always put it back on you as a coach, and making sure that we're putting the guys in the best situation to be successful, and then ultimately giving them the tools to make that play.
Is that back-to-back shutouts in the second half?
I think it might be.
So you're adjusting well?
Well, I think maybe some of that. I think some of it is some of those younger players that you mentioned, kind of getting a little bit of a comfort level as the game wears on. And certainly too, we're going to see teams best, and we're going to see maybe a little bit different flavor. Some weeks, a week ago, our opponent I think had ran empty, no backs 7 times, and then all of a sudden 7 times the entire season. And in our game alone, they ran it 18 times. And so there's a little bit of that adjustment, but obviously we got to make those adjustments faster, and we need to this week.
What do you do for Sheffield? Is a performance like this? I mean, you're not going to Penn State next week, but it is another road night game against an electric playmaker like Rondé Moore. Just how much are you guys focused on that?
I think as coaches, you're always concerned. I mean, every play they make, you analyze and you lose sleep over. Even and certainly anyone a fan is upset by, I assure you we are too. But you also have to have some, I guess level of the wherewithal to understand that when plays need to be made today, we ultimately made them, and we got to make sure that you just don't circle the bat. And again, as coaches, you have a tendency to do that. But there's some plays being made out there, and some guys with some individual efforts. I know Jordan Fuller had 12 tackles, which was good. And it was good to see Kendall get an interception early in the game on a deep ball, and Isaiah Pryor showing up late in the game to get one to kind of stop a scoring drive. So we absolutely have to. If we're going to circle all the negatives, we got to circle the positives too, and we will. And we got, like I said, we got not a whole lot of time to get some of these things fixed. But it's week 8 now. But there's also some positives going on.
Is there anything
Thanks, Coach.
Is it possible that any of the style of coverage, of man coverage, that maybe you're doing to try to prevent the deep ball sometimes gives up some inside stuff?
Well, and there's give and take there.
Yeah.
I mean, the one time you're aggressive in coverage, they hit you over top, and then you're shaking your head. And, how the hell did you let them go on top of you? And then when you might be coming from depth on a particular play, and why the hell did you let them inside of you? So. But that's not unique to Ohio State. That's not unique to our package and those things. But the uniqueness part is we do play man more than most. So that quarterback, that coordinator, that receiver knows a lot of times what's coming at him. And we, like I said, you make some of those plays early in the game, and then you give them pause as to whether or not they can continue to go down that road and have the patience to go down that road. Very few times you say the slant loses you a football game. But on the same token, that it's frustrating, that it extends drives, and it can lead to points. So, you know, it's never okay either. You know, and so you know, something we got to continue to look at to again mix up coverage and put some pause in the quarterbacks and coordinators.